Drama llama, drama llama.
Demon llama?
And welcome to the Root Tuesday. My name is Ruben, and this is my review for Netflix's original series, Spinning Out. A figure skating Olympic hopeful struggles to balance family, love, and fragile mental health as her dream of winning takes a dizzying hold. So this series has 10 episodes, and they're about 50 minutes long, so it does take a while to get through this series. As you can imagine, if you've seen the trailer or just the poster, it's about a figure skating family, really, and it focuses on mostly focuses on one particular protagonist, this female who is a figure skating almost Olympian, and her dreams are kind of shattered. If you've seen the trailer, she hits her head, and now she's got to figure out what she's going to do with her life. And just within the first episode, she becomes a duo instead of a lone shark. She has to learn to figure out how to figure skate with a partner. And that's what her storyline is. But where this story is very interesting is about her family. So her mom used to be a figure skater as well, and she has bipolar, and passed it on to her eldest daughter, well, her firstborn, who is also bipolar. And then you got the sister, who is also a figure skater. And so it runs through the family. My father's father was a skater. My mother's mother was a skater. My mum's auntie's uncle, dog's monkey was a figure skater. It runs in the family, as you can see. If you like figure skating, you do get a lot of that in this series, but it is a drama, so you get a lot of drama llama mixed with figure skating. I remember watching Torvald and Dean in the Olympics and just knowing how difficult it is, and just being amazed at what you can do on ice. And if you've ever ice skated, you'll know how difficult it is. You'll be able to understand a little bit of what they put themselves through. I was very interested though to see how similar the lives or the lives are being portrayed in this series as to some of those other competitions. They just really high what you got to do to be the best of the best of the best, and what the families do, and sometimes it's not what these characters want, or not what you want, and so they really portray that very well. Where this series shines, though, is in the acting of what they have to deal with. Some of the emotional states that these characters go through are immense. They go through a vast range of emotions, and the way their characters are written is phenomenal, really. It's the actors have a lot to play with, especially when your character's bipolar. And I really feel like their performances deliver on showing what it means to live like with being bipolar, and actually having to be a figure skater and trying to deal with a normal life. So as you can imagine, it's very messy, but I think they show that very well. It's very well filmed and edited. The ice skating itself is beautifully filmed. I said to my wife while I was watching this, I would really like to see behind the scenes of this series, because the way they show some of the filming on the ice, you get to be immersed in some of the movements, but you're really in the face of the skater as well. You get to see the breathing. Sometimes it's slow motion. It's just very well put together. And at the same time, they've taken some very interesting ways of showing emotion in their drama llamas. So there's one particular scene I remember where the mother is just shouting at the daughter, and it's having one of their big fights, and you see the reflection of the mother in the mirror, and you see the daughter, so you get to see both sides of the mother. And I've just thought, wow, there's some very interesting ways of showing emotional scenes but not making it boring, just keeping you engaged. So I thought, for the most part, even when you can tend to have serious issues, but they can be a bit bland, or you can make it too much, they've made the filmmaking very interesting as well. And I just thought, wow, this is actually a very well put together series. I would highly recommend this series because I think the acting is very good. It's very emotional. It gripped me. I'm not an ice skater, and I'm not a girl, I don't think, but I really resonated with these characters. And that's just the three main family. There's other stuff going on with the other characters that is very interesting to see. So they touch on a lot of really kind of dark themes, and it gets quite heavy in places, but there are a few characters that bring a lightness to it that elevates the mood of the particular episodes. I think if it wasn't for some of these characters bringing levity to some of the episodes, it would be too dark or too heavy to watch, to make it a bingeable series. But because there's cleverly that put into each episode, I think it is bingeable. It's very easy to watch next episode after next episode. I think they've done a very good job with this series. I'm looking forward to see where the storyline, where the ice skating competitions go in the next seasons. I'm thinking there's definitely going to be more if you can see what happens towards the end of the first season. I would say enjoy this though. I think it's going to take them a while to do another season, probably next year, September. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this series. Do you like watching ice skating? Do you think this works as a drama series? I think it's filmed very well. It's acted very well. It's quite emotional. The actors, the actresses in this are very good at what they've done with their characters. They deliver that emotional beats when they needed to, but it's not overacting. I'm going to give this an A. I think it's a very solid series. Let me know in the comments below. But most of all, thanks so much for watching this review. And until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.